Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of my Python CodeWars Challenge series, where I'll be documenting my Python learning journey and improving my skills using the CodeWars.com website. If you're new to coding and looking to sharpen your Python skills, CodeWars is a great website for that. We'll be starting with the 8 KYU challenges, which is perfect for beginners, and then working our way up to more advanced problems as the series continues. So I'll search for the first problem and we can get to work. Okay, guys, we have our first challenge loaded up. The title says convert a number to a string, and the instructions state that we need a function that can transform a number, integer, into a string. This one seems fairly simple, so let's get to work. I believe all we have to do is return num as a string. Okay, here we go. We'll test that. Looks like we passed. Attempt. Submit. All right, that first challenge was very simple. We've got our second challenge loaded up with the title of Reversed Strings. The description states complete the solution so that it reverses a string passed into it. This also sounds fairly simple. We will hit train. All right, so it's another function. So I think I know of two ways to do this. We're going to go with the slicing method first. Return string. I'm going to put our brackets up. So this will reiterate the string from the last letter all the way down to the first letter, which should. We're gonna give this a test. Okay, we failed. Let's check out this exit code. Oh, I misspelled string. Let's try this again. And we passed. Hit the attempt. Success. All right, I will search for the next challenge and we'll get to it. All right, so I forgot to try the second method before I search for the next challenge. We'll do that right now. I'm going to try to use the reversed module, which you type in reversed and then add your argument, which will be string in this case. And I believe that's all we have to do. That's a test. Okay, so we have failed miserably. Maybe it's reverse. Okay, so we failed again. At this point, I'm just going to Google how to reverse a string using the reversed module. I'll do that in a separate window. Google is your friend, guys. When it comes to coding, Google is your friend. There's no way to know everything when it comes to coding, especially when you're a beginner. So, how to reverse string using module. Okay. Okay. So, apparently, the reverse string, it'll pretty much it'll loop through the letters backwards. So, we're going to have to join these together. Oh, and I forgot the return statement. That would have been important. So you're going to put an empty string dot join, and then you're going to put the reverse statement in parentheses as well. So I'm going to give that a test. And we have passed. Google is your friend, my guys. Google is your friend. Attempt passed. Okay, now we will go to our third challenge of the day. All right, so we got our third challenge loaded up. It's going to be the return negative challenge. So the description, in this simple assignment, you are given a number and have to make it negative, but maybe the number is already negative. So admittedly, I do not know how to make a number negative. So we're going to start out Googling, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So the notes say the number can be negative already, in which case no change is required. 0 is not checked for any specific sign. Negative zeros make no mathematical sense. So I'm guessing we're going to have to use if-else statements to pretty much check if the number is negative already or if the number is 0. So we're going to start with that. We're going to start with the if statement. If number is less than 0, return number, because it's already negative. If it's less than 0, and go elif number is equal to 0. Forgot my colon. Return number. And then go else. Return. So now we're going to have to figure out how to make a positive number negative. So we're going to use our handy dandy friend Google. How to convert positive integer to negative in Python. All right. So that would have been simple. So one way is to multiply the number by -1. Simple math, simple math. We're going to try that one first, and we're going to explore the other options as well. Return number. Where's the multiplication? Times -1. All right, we're going to give this a test. All right, we passed. And boom, we passed that one. But let's go ahead and try. Oh, there we go. Let's see. We're going to go to W3 schools. You know, Stack Overflow. Check Stack Overflow. So if you want to force a number to negative, regardless of whether it's initially positive or negative, you can use abs, which is the absolute value. But if you put a negative in front of the absolute value, it'll automatically turn it negative, I'm guessing. So we're going to try that one. Let's see. Okay, let's test this one. And this one passed as well. So there you go. There's two separate ways to solve that problem. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next challenge. All right, we have our fourth challenge loaded up. The title states convert Boolean value to strings yes or no. Complete the method that takes a Boolean value and return a yes string for true and a no string for false. It seems, again, very simple, very simple. Okay. Do if statements. If Boolean is equal to true, return yes. Elif Boolean is equal to false, return no. Else, because if it's not true or false and they didn't input the proper value, return must Boolean value must be true or false. Little error handling for you. Okay, we'll give that a test. All right, we have passed. All right, so I found our fifth and final challenge for the day. Let's get to work. All right, here goes our fifth and final challenge, sum of positive. So in the description, the test states, you get an array of numbers, return the sum of all the positive ones. So basically, we're going to discard all of the negative numbers, and we're going to return the sum of the positive numbers. Let's give this a try. Okay, so the argument is going to be an array. I believe we're going to do a for loop for this one. For I in array if I is more than 0. Okay, first I'm going to let's do this. Sum equals 0. Okay, so for I in array, if I is more than 0, sum plus equals I. So it'll pretty much add all of the positive numbers together into the variable sum. And then at the end, we can simply return the value of sum. All right, let's try this out. Uh-oh. Let's check it out. The module import sum positive. Okay. We forgot our colon right here. Then we're going to indent that as well. Let's try it again. All right, we have passed our 5th and final challenge. If you enjoyed this video, you can give me a like down below. You can subscribe if you want to continue to follow my journey and see more videos like this of me learning Python using CodeWars. I will have the link to CodeWars down below, as well as the 5 challenges that we completed today. Thanks again for tuning into the video. I'll see y'all later. Peace.